Hi guys, it's Colette. A wee coffee and chat. I've not done one of these for a while. So first of all, I'd like to say welcome to all the new subscribers. You've probably joined at a mad time because I'm taking a month off of July, so you'll not really see that many videos up for me. A couple that might have been pre-recorded, but that'll be it. So I hope you'll stay and look back the way and enjoy some of the older videos. And I'll be back to the Goldie Oldies. I'm taking July off, and you'll understand the sort of push when you hear the weekly tarot card, which will be up, I think, tomorrow night. It's a very interesting one. I've taken the decision to have some time off, and then when I did the weekly tarot card, it completely kind of supported that decision, both from a health point of view and also from just making the decision. So I thought I'd do a wee coffee and chat before the cards go up and let you know what's going on. But beforehand, I'd like to thank the people that supported the channel last month via Ko-fi's. The link's below if anybody wants to join in. The supporters last month were Mary, Shirley, Russell and Claire. Thank you very much, guys. Very, very helpful. And I really do appreciate all your support. Before I go into everything else, this wee book, Dying to Live, is 99p and $1.38 from the 24th to the 29th on Kindle. So if you fancy Dying to Live, Death and the Afterlife, you can go on. I'll put the links to it in the description below, and that'll make it easy for you if you want it. Oh, right, so coffee and chat. I feel as though I don't know where I left off, and you know, I don't think I've done one of these for a while. Isn't the colours in this scarf gorgeous? Absolutely adore it. It's got green and blue. It's a charity shop scarf, but I've got some beautiful scarves. Got a lovely one for my birthday, thank you Wendy, last month. Really, really love that too. So how are you? Are you okay? There's been a lot of feelings of stress and anxiety out there, particularly the last week or so. And I'm seeing it very widespread. It's not even just like people that maybe have mental health issues and do have anxiety anyway. Theirs has gone through the roof. But other people who normally sort of are not quite so affected by things are finding that they're wakening anxious in the morning, or they're getting through the day and they're just running out of energy because there's a background anxiety. I have to be honest with you, I don't know what it is. I really don't. I think there's a lot going on in the background that we're not quite sure of and will actually come out. But people say, well, why don't you look at it? Well, at this stage, I think when we get that sort of anxiety and it's on a kind of maybe global level or whatever, at this stage, what we're feeling can be changes in attitude, it can be changes in government, it can be changes in the earth, and we know that's happening with the with Antarctica. And at this stage, I think it's always too late to do something about something like this when the anxiety is already there. So no, I don't look. I just sort of say, well, let's ride this out and see what it is. And you know, the anxiety can go up and then it can go down. And once it goes down, I always just sit back and wait to hear what's happened. So I hope it's okay out there. But we sometimes get, you know, things that maybe are on the news or come through maybe Twitter or whatever, and we look and we say, oh God, you know, that's people have been affected by that. and the anxiety kind of ebbs away a wee bit, and we know that as empaths we're picking up those things, particularly if they're earth related. So all I can say to all you empaths out there is keep going. Try and get your sleep hygiene up to scratch. Try and allow yourself to have plenty of rest. Keep hydrated and make sure that you're being kind to yourself and are actually pampering yourself a little bit. Because this extra layer of anxiety can affect us far more than we let on. It can make us feel extra tired, it can make us grumpy, and it can make us quite fearful and not do things that we would normally do. I don't know how many of you, maybe with coming out of lockdown, are finding that it's quite hard to get back into the way of things, particularly, you know, if you were working from home, or, you know, you were at home most of the time. In the last 2 weeks, I've driven, I think, twice. And for the whole of lockdown, I think I drove 3 times in a year. So getting back in the car was a wee bit like, oh, I wonder. And no, I hadn't forgotten how to drive at all. But you know, I have arthritis in my hands, and I did find that after driving, my hands were very, very, very sore. And it, you know, that can happen, but it's just I hadn't been used to it. On my shoulders, I must have been driving like that. Ah! Jim said I was anyway. It's like, but you know, so I'm taking, as I said, I'm taking the month off of July, and one of the reasons is to do more things for myself to get back to some sort of normality, whatever normality is. I'm desperate to catch up with my family a wee bit more. We've had quite a few close COVID scares. And you know, it was odd because at the start of the pandemic, we were all very, very tight with what we were doing or whatever. And we certainly heard of a lot of cases reasonably close by. But in the last few weeks, they've been far closer than I would like. To the extent that we were actually waiting to see who had to self-isolate. Because they'd been in a contact or near contact with a person with COVID. And I find it crazy that when things were starting to, you know, that when we were expecting to hear of all these things closer, they weren't necessarily there. But now that the cases are lower, they're actually, you know, it's like 1 degree of separation or 2 degrees of separation. And I find that quite scary, to be honest. Not for me, but for my family and my friends. So I would find it scary if I got it too. Don't, you know, I'm not that brave. So anyway, I want to read more. I want to sleep more. My sleep hygiene hasn't been great. Getting a lot more visitations. A lot more spirits coming through at night, which I'll think on. And want to have time with Jim, and the weather's to be great by Monday. And it's to be a lovely month ahead. So, and this is when we normally take our holidays anyway. We're not going anywhere, obviously. But we do have a nice wee cottage and a very nice back garden, and you know, people come to this area of kind of the start of Clyde Valley and have cottages here. They have country cottages here to enjoy the countryside, and we live here, so that's beautiful, you know. It can be odd though. We have 3 fields, and people think it can be quite quiet, and when you've got a field, 2 fields of cows and 1 of sheep right round the cottage, it can be quite noisy. And you know, if anybody visits, they're like, oh, you know, is that a cow at the fence? And you're like, yeah, just ignore it. So yeah, it can be quite noisy. at certain times of the day, but I do love it. So we can staycation where we are, and Jim and I got on great anyway. So we can potter around one another and watch Netflix and get some takeaways and maybe even go out to a few friends or whatever. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I feel tired enough to merit it, and that's what I'm going to do. So let me know in the comments below if you're thinking of some sort of vacation or some sort of time off and what you want to do with it. I mean, we definitely, we can't go as far as we would like because of, COVID and stuff, but Jim and I didn't go that far anyway, so it's not a big deal. As long as I can see my family and friends and have some fun, I'll be happy, to be honest. But have you got any plans? Is there anywhere you're going, or are you going to make your home your base and maybe just drive about and see what's what? I know you're all over the world, and I know that it's down in Australia it's winter and stuff like that. But I'm talking more of those that are going into July and maybe holiday months. So that's the plan. So I won't necessarily be coming on to answer comments or whatever. If I do that, it's probably because I'm sitting one night bored with a glass of wine. So we'll take it from there. But I will be thinking of yous. I will be mapping out. My brain always maps out where to go next with the channel and what to do and what I'm up for and what am I not. So I will be thinking a wee bit about the channel, and I will miss you, though. I really miss you. Who knows if I last a month? That's what Jim said to me. I said, no, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be writing any of my book, and I'm not going to be doing that. And he said, yeah, that's fine. But if you really feel like it and you feel up for it and you just feel that it would be pleasant for you, then just don't say never. And I was like, yeah, okay, but in my mind, I'm having the month off. The doggos are fine. Alexander is a cheeky wee boy, but very much more loving and joyful and fun, and a joy with shocks, which is great because we've got the back garden is paved, and it's a wonderful thing just to see him using these chalks, and it's lovely. I'm enjoying being a nana, I really am. He's a wee darling. It's so funny, and he's cheeky as well, but cheeky in a mischievous wee way, a wee coyote spirit in there, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and enjoying things, and coming back in August. So really there's not much else to say apart from keep safe, look after yourselves, know that I'm not ignoring you. If you comment on something, I will do it. It's just when I come back, oh my god, when I come back, no, that's the reason there won't be many videos up anyway, because I do pride myself in looking at the comments and getting back to people, and sometimes if I miss it for a week or two, I go in and there's like 400 comments and I'm like, oh god. So I'm just going to be doing this one, the weekly tarot card, and a little earth magic one, maybe meditation for the first week that that we're sort of branching out into holiday time. So anything else will just be a bit of fun, or it'll be random, but who knows. But for the month of July, look after yourselves. Know I'll miss you. Know that I'll be resting and having a lot of love and fun and enjoyment around me. It's easy to relax more when you've not no work to do. But writing and this in a way is it's my job, it's my work. So not having to think, well, if I have today or tomorrow off, you know, I really need to get X amount of words done, or I really don't want to miss that weekly tarot video. To have that for not there for a month will be very, very good. But I would imagine I will be so ready to come back. So anyway, have a wee coffee, look after yourself. Know that we are fine, and I hope that when I come back that you're all fine as well. If there's anything urgent, email me to the address in the description below, and if it's urgent, I'll probably get back to you if I can see it. Okay, so many blessings now. Have a lovely month, and I'll see you in August. Bye now.